We can do the impossible. We do it every day. The things once thought illogical, we prove and prove away. The lines we saw as nautical are now redrawn in space. Evolution's in your optical. Just look at your Chevy Chase. T, B, T, T, B, T.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for this here public service announcement, brought to you by your friends at the Bilderberg Group and our friend Nikki. You better watch vaxxed before you get you or your children vaxxed. My wife made me watch that crappy, silly show, The Doctors. Needless to say, I wasn't happy and found it quite obnoxious. But irregardless, which isn't a word, but how can you stop it when it's always heard? It's just so absurd. I'm such a nerd, but if I break it down, it's bound to be cured. Sure, like that's going to happen. Like doctors are pure and love when you ask them to explain how a napkin once used to catch snot isn't a trap when they tell you it's not. It's like saying that God shouldn't be counted. Teachers say it a lot, how can it be doubted? The crazy amount this is taught as correct is to show us how well-rounded they wish us infected. Like those they've injected with goddamn mercury? I hope this all gets vetted before I murder me. They say procreate, then vaccinate. Don't demonstrate or dare debate. Don't deviate from going straight. Your faith makes you a target. Their minds are the sharpest. Their diamonds are the hardest. If you're not dead, you're poked instead, and kids are left retarded. So let's talk about the murdered people who talk about the poison. Their numbers almost have no equal. It's like they're sacrificial goyim. We obviously annoy them. They're chosen for a reason to lead us to employment or really work camp for the heathens. But you need the demon semen if you want to walk their halls. Hey, why do we cut our penises? They really have us by the balls. What may be already small, they take a little more away. With our backs against the wall, it's now their favorite time to prey. On the weaknesses in place, we're programmed with lies. Accepting the face we know is disguised. We're so compromised, we die for silly flags. The children that we prize, we blindly throw upon the frag. We read the price tag long after it's paid for. Call our slice bad, then buy, we should pay more. We ride Occam's razor while we scream we're complex. We're all watching gay porn, parading straight sex. They say procreate, then vaccinate. Don't demonstrate or dare debate. Don't deviate from going straight. Your faith makes you a target. Their minds are the sharpest. Their diamonds are the hardest. If you're not dead, you're poked instead, and kids are left retarded. So back at the beginning, I talked about a TV show, and if your head's now spinning, give it time, the seed will grow. The need to know basis is clever. Dr. Sears had to go once he knew better and broke from his tether, saying something quite brazen, admitting he never had the great information that shows vaccination in its true light. The disgust on his face sends visions of fright right into my sight for the pain he must be feeling, knowing he supplied more death than dealers dealing. Promises while stealing blue-collar hopes and dreams I imagine's less appealing, knowing he prescribed the screams and ticks and cries and scenes no one wants to watch. They're hiding all the reams of evidence to squash the denial that the clock is running out of time. But if you buy their crock, you think I too should poison mine. You know what's funny? I'm not one of those crazy guys who thinks we should just get rid of everything and start over. I like my amenities. I like not being sick. I think chemtrails, vaccines, HARP technology, you name it. I think all of that stuff is good technology. It's just in the hands of the psychopaths. So, the 99% of us that are affected by this, that could control this situation, we need to band together. We need to support movies like Vaxxed and other sources of information that ask questions. And they provide a lot of really good information that is well vetted. So, do your research. Maybe you might want to stop poisoning your children. Imagine rumor had it I was touching kids. How long before the badges would come kicking in my lid? What kind of holy magic would excuse the things I did or the emails that I blasted with code words known to fibs? Would you look at all my static and just as quick forgive if I proudly wasn't Catholic or some other silly rib? Would you finally call it tragic if I didn't conveniently live in a city where the standards say the guilty should be hid? Those voted into cabinets more than like to slip their bone that's beyond plastic, a fleshy colored stick. While it always rains on Travis, the umbrella's grip comes only in left-handed. The right is turning tricks. Their method's considered classic, but the internet still lifts their outreach to the planet. It's all in the documents. For if this leaves you feeling static, it's because you must admit kids are like a powerful magnet, attractive only to the sick. Comment. Will make your children scream. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Will make your children scream. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. Comment. Don't buy that ping pong thing. Comment. You'll gag and vomit. So go to comment and stomp it today. But back to the top. To the question I asked, would death by cop touch someone half black? As quick as the kettle drops, the Cardwin called that? Burning the crops while destroying the facts? Would metaphors prop up pics of the past, showing the lopsided love of first class? The government mop that cleans up when the glass of milk finally flops, and though only filled halfway, it's a chop to the back of the calf. That hop is the hop of those who laugh last. Connecting the dots, would you actually ask, why do Jaegers say gots when they're supposed to say has?
Who's tying the knots? What's holding us back? How come the have-nots seem to have Heather Flack? If my wings call the shots, it's time turtles attack. Where do shredders stop when the pizza's a trap? Comet will make your children scream. Comet, don't buy that ping pong thing. Comet, you'll gag and vomit. So go to Comet and stomp it today. Why aren't we required to research a crime when those who conspired are pros in the lime? Light and their tires all covered in grime are clean then admired once there's been enough time for the best Jewish writers to deliver a dime. Then the blame goes to fires or maybe pipelines or disease. Your desire is played by the 9 or 10 o'clock flyers working for fines. Reading the wire, they lurk in the pines. The hurt's undercover, but see between lines. Podesta and brother have the Clintons behind. They're no curse after mother. It's children they find, who's bred to be wonder, whose blood tastes like wine. Let no man put asunder, try to redefine my word coming under these damaging rhymes. And since lightning and thunder are nothing divine, Comet can't plunder when the stars aren't aligned. Comet will make your children scream. Comet, don't buy that ping pong thing. Comet, you'll gag and vomit. So go to Comet and stomp it today. If you think Pizzagate is just another scandal, look up Ted Gunderson. Former FBI chief Ted Gunderson. Look up the Franklin cover-up, the 80s version of Pizzagate. Because with everything that's happening all over this planet, chemtrails, GMOs, all that stuff, what's happening to the children behind closed doors, from people that are sworn to protect them, from people that we're supposed to hold at a higher standard than anybody else. If you can just overlook that and continue believing what you believe and giving your 10%, maybe you're the problem.